Hey guys, this is Mr. Grice for Algebra 1, Unit 3.6 Notes, Day 3. Today we're continuing our discussion on word applications. So, let's go ahead and get started. Problem number 1 on the left. It says Papa Mario's Pizzeria charges a certain price for a large pizza plus, sounds important, 35 cents for each topping a customer requests. Derek ordered a large pizzeria with 2 toppings and paid a total of $10.70. Now, before we get started with this, we need to know what is our x and what is our y. Okay, we discussed that anything involving money, that's what our y is. And so our x, in this case, it's going to be talking about the different toppings. Okay, so with letter A, it says write an equation in slope-intercept form to represent the situation. So in slope-intercept form, we need a slope. Well, remember the word for and each, those are words that are kind of telling us slope. Okay, so my slope is 0.35. But now, do I have a y-intercept? I don't. The only thing that we have is a point, and we have the point, if it's x comma y, x is 2 because that's our toppings, and 1070. Okay, so we only have a point and a slope, which means we have to plug into point slope. Sorry guys, that's the bell. Anyways, we have to plug into point slope. So my y is 1070, and that's going to equal 35 x minus 2. Okay? So we need to distribute, and we get y minus 10.70 equals 0.35x minus 2 times 0.35 is 0.7, but I know we're talking about money, so I'm going to keep that second decimal. Okay, to solve for y, we have to add the 10.70 to both sides, and then we get our equation of y equals 0.35x plus 10. Okay, so what does the y-intercept represent in this equation? Well, what is the y-intercept? The y-intercept would be 0, 10. Okay, because we know that last number, that's what the y-intercept is. So when I think about this, I kind of want to know what my x is and what my y is. So 0 toppings, right, because that's x, and y was $10. Okay, so if I'm going to turn that into a sentence, I would say the cost of what are we talking about? We're not talking about toppings or money. Let's talk about pizza. Okay, so the cost of a pizza with 0 or no toppings is $10. Now, for C and D, we're going to relate to our equation that we just had. How much would 7 toppings, so how much would 7 toppings? Much, that's money, they're talking about the y's right there, and the toppings was our x. So I don't know what y is, but I know if I plug in 7 to my equation, I'll figure it out. Okay, so 0.35 times 7 plus 10, do that all together, and you should get $12.45. All right, in D, if Derek spent $11.75, how many toppings? Okay, so this is the exact opposite now. Now they told us the y, but we don't know the x. So we have 11.75 equals the 0.35x plus 10. So this one we have to solve. And to solve it, we would subtract 10 to both sides. And you get 175 equals 35x, 0.35x, don't forget that. And to solve for x, we have to divide by 0.35. And then you get the answer of 5. Well, it's not just 5. 5 what? 5 toppings. All right, now let's go to the problem on the right. It says Ben collects baseball cards. He had 340 cards in 2002, and in 2006, Ben had 800 cards in his collection. So, what's our x and what's our y? Anytime we're dealing with time or years, that's our x. Whoops, that's my son. Okay, but we're talking about y, and y for this one would be the cards. Now, write an equation. They don't give us a slope, they give us 4 numbers. So if they give us 4 numbers, we have to figure it out ourselves. Okay, so remember that each sentence is a point. Okay, and x equals 0 is 2000. So the only thing that we're caring about right now for the years is that last number. Okay, so let's do this. Our first point, 340, and then the years would be 2. And then for the y, our years is 6 and 800. So the first thing we have to find is the slope. Okay, remember the y's go on top. So 800 minus 340, and the years go on the bottom. $800 minus 340, you should have gotten 460, and 6 minus 2, 4. When you divide that out, you get m equals 115. Okay, so now we got to plug this in. We know our slope is 115, and then you can pick either point, the first one or the second one. I'm going to pick the first one just because the numbers are a little bit smaller. Okay, did I get that right? Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. So go ahead and distribute. Y minus 340 equals 115x minus, and then 115 minus 2. What'd you guys get? I don't have my calculator in front of me, so I'm going to do it real quick. 115, oh, turn on. 115 times 2 is negative 230. Okay. And then add 340 to the other side. And we get our equation of y equals 115x plus 110. Okay, make sure to put a box around that so we know that's your answer. So what does the slope represent in the equation? We actually have the slope written right there. So what does it represent? Well, if you're having trouble with this, let's take a look. It's saying Ben collects baseball cards. He had 340 cards in 2002, and in 2006 he had 800. Each year, what's going on? Well, the cards are going up, right? And the slope is telling us by how much. And it's telling us that 115 is at each year, so Ben collects 115 cards per year. So that's how many he gains each year. C, how many cards did he have in 2009? Well, right here, that's the X. We're trying to find the Y. So plug in. Plugging in 9 plus 110. Go ahead, figure it out. Oh, why does this keep coming down here? So what's 115 times 9? And then add 110 to that. You should get 1,145 cards. When will he have 1,720 cards? Well, when, that's our X, and they're telling you the Y. So if he has 1,720 cards, we have to plug that into the equation and solve. So why don't you guys pause the video and see if you can do this all on your own. Good luck. Okay, when you're all done, you should get X equals 14. However, that's not the year. The year is 2014. Remember that we have to add that 2000 because we changed what X was at the very beginning. Okay? All right, guys. Well, this is actually the last section for Unit 3. So we've got your test coming up. If you have any questions, you need to come see Ms. Carranza or myself for additional help. Otherwise, that's it for Algebra 1, Unit 3.6 notes, Day 3. Thanks for watching.